Many veterans struggle with discipline, fitness, and mental health after service. And I'm going to walk you through the Veteran Reboot method, why I focus on discipline driven workouts that build strength without wrecking your joints, and why I've decided to launch a free challenge, an online fitness challenge for veterans. So, I'm Dr. Ray Peralta, physical therapist, exercise physiologist, run coach, and Marine veteran. Over the past 10 years, I've helped hundreds of people rehab injuries, get back in shape, and reclaim their strength and discipline. So, now I'm on a mission to help veterans who feel stuck in their health and fitness. And in this video, I'm going to share why so many veterans struggle with their health after service, how exercise and discipline can literally save lives, and why I created the Veteran Reboot Challenge and how it works. And by the end, you'll see exactly how to get started and join for free. Before we dive in, if you're a veteran who wants to reclaim your health and fitness, your discipline without risking injury, click the link in the description and you could check out my free training on how to run pain-free. And from there, you could just message me. There's you can leave your contact info and we could talk about the free 5-day Veteran Reboot Challenge if that's what you're interested in. So one of the problems I see, multiple problems I see that facing veterans in their health. So unfortunately, about 17.6 veterans commit suicide per day. There's a big substance abuse problem, right? Alcohol and substance misuse also doubles the risk of suicide. And a lot of veterans deal with mental health issues, depression, PTSD, which could be a huge challenge during the transition to civilian life. And I've been there myself. I actually personally, dealt with depression. I was even diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. So totally understand that mental health burden. And obesity. 78% of veterans are overweight or obese, with leads to a high risk of health problems, right? Like diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and even certain types of cancer, and can even make pain conditions like chronic pain can worsen the condition. So the bottom line is we're losing too many veterans to poor health, pain, and mental struggles. And most people aren't getting out, they aren't reaching out for help. So my mission, why this matters. So, in the past when I left military service, I left the Marine Corps, just at 18 years old or so, I was dealing with back pain, right? Leg pain. It was mental health stuff. Again, I was diagnosed with with borderline personality disorder, and I was having like suicidal thoughts and all this stuff, and even had like past traumas and things. I even went to a therapist who also thought I may have had PTSD as well. So all these different health conditions, and then the chronic back pain was just making it difficult to live life. But I found that the biggest thing that helped me was exercise, and then being disciplined with exercise, right? Being consistent with it. It not only improved my physical health, but also my mental health, right? And now, fast forward, right, I became a physical therapist. I rehabbed the back pain, the knee pain, and even got to the point with my mental health where people think it's like, they don't even believe that I had a mental health condition because it looks like I'm in remission, right? Like I've been retested for borderline personality disorder. It doesn't even look like I have it anymore. It looks like it's been in remission just because I've been so disciplined with health and wellness and exercise. And now I'm recovering from a small hernia surgery. I had an umbilical hernia repair. And I'm just staying active with walking, yoga, right? I don't even need a gym because another common myth is that, oh, you can't work out unless you go to a gym. That's not true. You can just go outside for a walk or a run, right? No gym required. And you could also just work out at home, right? Do things like squats or push-ups, for example. A big thing about discipline is that it saw so many improvements in my health, right? Not just with exercise, but improved my productivity, my focus, and even my relationships. And if you guys who know Jocko I'm a big fan of Jocko's quote, discipline, the root of all good qualities. So moving on, did you know that exercise is just as effective as antidepressants for treating depression and also anxiety without the side effects? Plus, it improves your heart health, strength, and can even help with weight loss. But the issue isn't knowing that exercise is good for you. Most of us know that exercise is good. It's sticking with it. It's staying consistent. So why most veterans struggle with exercise, right? People know that exercise is good for you. Why don't more people exercise? Why aren't we all walking around with six packs? The problem is that most people are not consistent with it long enough. They're also not tracking their habits, right? They're not progressing their training, right? Maybe they do exercise, but they're not progressing the exercise. If you're sticking with the same routine month after month, not switching it up, not progressing, you're not going to make any progression, right? So if you always do the same squats, the same air squats or the same wall squats, and you never make it any harder, you're just maintaining. Or if you're just doing random workouts, jumping from program to program to program, doing random YouTube thing, like, oh, I'm just going to confuse myself. I'm going to confuse my muscles. You're actually just confusing yourself. You're not making any progress and not getting real results. So the big thing I find is that veterans who have access to structure, a discipline-driven fitness system actually get results. And that's what I do with my clients is I give them a structure, getting discipline. And yeah, I can't guarantee that everyone gets results because unfortunately there are people who come to try to work with me who don't stick with the routine, right? They'll do it halfway, they'll dabble, or they'll like get creative and do their own thing. And don't get me wrong, there's a time and place to be creative, but if you don't know what you're doing, you end up changing the program altogether, and then you're not going to get the same results that people who stick with the program that I give them. So I found that people who, are disciplined, and even if you fell off the bandwagon, like you fell off the wagon, right? Like you're not training at the same level that you used to, when we were to work together and you get a plan delivered by someone who knows the human body, right? I'm a doctor of physical therapy, right? Understand like military lifestyle and mindset. It could change everything, right? Going the structure and learning how to enjoy exercise again so you don't see it as a chore. So that's why I'm introducing the Veteran Reboot Challenge, right? I'm going to be delivering it, right? So you're not getting like misinformation from so-called experts who are telling you to do no pain, no gain. Because for certain things, you do want to respect the pain, especially if it's like you're getting severe pain and stuff. But in other activities, it's okay to feel mild discomfort. So I'll be leading you guys through that journey there. In just 5 days, right? It's a 5-day online group challenge. You'll get daily 10 to 15 minute missions. We're going to focus on habit stacking, the right habits to get you healthier and to stay disciplined. So then you could take that moving forward and then stay disciplined towards whatever goal you choose to pursue. Maybe you want to take that to run your first 5K or your first marathon, or maybe you want to take that to start, improving your squat. Like maybe you want to get into powerlifting, right? Or weightlifting. So one of the challenges I have people do who take part in this challenge is testing their ability to complete 1 mile, whether they run it, they walk it. The reason I like the mile is because beginners can do it and advanced people could do it, right? So you're a complete beginner. Maybe it takes you 24 minutes to walk a mile. Cool. You're going to note it down and then you're going to try to progress it. But maybe if you're more intermediate, maybe you're going to try to run it. Maybe take you 10 minutes to run it, but you're like, hey, you want a bit faster. Great. Now you have a goal. When you have a goal, you have a plan in action to try to improve yourself. And by gradually working yourself to start working towards this goal, you're going to notice that it's going to carry over to other areas of your life, right? You're going to get rewarded by, being fitter, right? You're going to be like, okay, I have more energy. You can now pour into other aspects of your life, whether it's your relationships, whether it's work, or whether you just want to, improve your health, lose a bit of weight, improve your mental health. So the goal isn't necessarily about hitting a certain time, right? Yes, if you want to be super competitive, you want to beat the world record, right? The 1 mile world record, I believe, is like 3 minutes and 44 seconds or so. It was set back in 1999, an Olympic world record, right? But you don't have to aim for all that, right? You could just aim to be better than who you were yesterday, right? 1% better. It's about building consistency and discipline. So here's the deal. If you're a veteran, who's 35 years older, an older who wants to get stronger, leaner, and more disciplined, right? Maybe you fell off with your fitness, but you want to regain your fitness, reclaim your discipline without breaking your body. You could find me on Instagram, DM me the word reboot, or click the link in the description. There's a free training video on there. And then you could just opt in by putting in your email and phone number, and we'll get in contact. And you also have the chance to win a full ride scholarship to my premium coaching. It's $5,000 value to join my coaching program. And for other people who go through the challenge who try, you still have to try, because if you don't try, I'm not going to offer the scholarship to people who don't try. But those who try and go through the challenge, you also get the opportunity to qualify for the partial scholarships. So this isn't about getting shredded overnight, right? I'm not going to make a crazy promise you're going to get 6-pack abs in 5 days. No, it's not about that. It's about building the habits, stacking those habits to reclaim discipline that will change your life. So discipline builds strength. It can help build confidence, and confidence can help change your life. Veterans, it's time to reboot.